Hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show on this very snowy Monday. Hopefully you're enjoying a little warmth, some hot chocolate, maybe a blanket or that kind of thing. We do thank you so much for joining us right here on the Owatonna Today Show. You can find us 6 days a week right here on Charter Channel 8, but if for some reason you're busy, you're out of town like Leanne was, you can always find us on the internet. What? You were? She was in Florida. It was great. We didn't tell you ahead of time because we didn't want you to rob our house. But anyway... But she did have a great time, so hopefully she caught us on the internet, where you can find us on blip.tv. You can also find us on YouTube and Facebook. And when you like us on Facebook, Leanne does upload the most recent episode right to your Facebook feed. So it's an easy way to keep in touch with what's going on in your community. Like today's show, I'm so excited. We're going to be talking about the OHS musical. It's going to be a good one. And then an overview of what goes on in Steele County, what the employees do, how they service your area. So make sure you stay with us. And if you've got an idea for a show, something that you'd like to see, or if you've got an event coming up in your community, all you have to do is send us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net, or you can call Leanne Alt. She's at 390-5751. Let us know what you'd like to see, and we'll see what we can do. All right, so we'll be right back. Please stay with us. Enjoy these brief messages. Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
If clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll. If your clothes catch on fire, do not panic and run. This only fans the fire. Stop where you are, drop to the ground, and roll over and over to smother the flames. Cover your face with your hands to protect your eyes and your throat and lungs from the burns. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Stormy Traum, inviting you to attend the Food Shelf's 21st Annual Hometown Sampler Acoustic Music Show. Hometown Sampler performances will be held at the Owatonna Little Theater in West Hills on Friday, February 28th at 7 p.m., Saturday, March 1st at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., and Sunday, March 2nd at 2 p.m. Enjoy the musical talents of the Gogs, Bad Tangerines, Hot and Bothered, and Mile 5. Admission to the Hometown Sampler is your generous cash or food donation at the door. All proceeds help the Steele County Food Shelf provide basic food to your neighbors in need. Help feed hungry people and enjoy a great show at the same time. Please be a part of this year's Hometown Sampler.
And we are back with the Owatonna Today Show. I was going to say Hometown Sampler. Not yet. Hopefully you'll be able to check that out, though. I have with me Erik Eitrheim. Good morning.
Good morning.
If you do me a quick favor, introduce yourself to our audience so they can kind of know who you are and what's going on.
I'm Erik Eitrheim. I'm the director of the OHS Musical, and I teach at Owatonna High School in the Language Arts Department. Okay.
And you are here for a very special reason. Mm-hmm. You are presenting a play opening a play this week.
Yeah, we opened Beauty and the Beast on Thursday.
How many years have you been working with Owatonna High School?
I started in 2000, in the fall of 2000, and been here since. So.
It's kind of nice that you started that, even year, so you can easily say 14.
Yeah.
14. It's easy.
It's helpful, yeah.
So let's talk about a little bit. It's Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Is this the one? Which version are you doing? And what will people? What can they expect? Because there are several different versions of this.
There was an original Beauty and the Beast many years ago, I guess, before Disney ever got a hold of it, and then Disney got a hold of it and made it into the movie, and then they made a musical based on the movie. So we're doing the musical that's based off the Disney version of it, and there's a junior version of it, which has got everything kind of stripped down a little bit more for kids, but we decided that we would do the full version. So. And
as a director, as you're looking at doing a play, do you have to look at the talent you have in your school and say, can we do this?
Oh, definitely.
So there's definitely people with ability to do this play.
Yeah, we always talk about, do we have students around who can do these parts that we're going to be asking them to do? And you don't want to do a show you don't have the talent for. Now, you got to kind of balance it and say, we're not going to pre-cast the show. We want to make sure that the audition process is true and that we let people earn the parts as they do. But you can't predetermine usually who your cast is going to be.
You just have to know that you can do that.
Yeah, there's the talent pool out there available.
Yeah, there you go. Why? Just real quick, an idea. Why is this important to have theater in the high school? We are in a great community for theater. There's theater all over the place. Why is it important to have this kind of thing in the high school as well?
Well, you know, I've thought about this a lot over the last few weeks as we've been getting close to the musical, and we did our preview of the grade schools last week and went around and showed all of the grade schools what, you know, the musical is and a little bit about it. And it's, you know, there are lots of kids in our district who aren't athletic, who like the arts, and this is a place for them to be as well. So we have lots of great activities at the high school, and I hope that kids will take advantage of this activity too.
How many students do you have in this play?
We have 62 kids on stage.
On stage,
yes.
And then behind the scenes you have an additional...
We have behind the scenes, there will probably be total 15 or 20 maybe, who have been working on the set and getting things ready to go for
Do your students run the lights and the sound and all that too?
Yep.
So it's a completely student-run production.
Yep. We have some professionals, one who designed our set, that's Doc Grauberger, who designed the set and has been helping students build it from basically after Christmas. And then we've hired a lighting designer, that's Robert Anderson, who is I think he's a graduate student at MSU right now, and he's designed the lights for the show. And Dale Carlson has been helping us with sound, so had someone come in to do that too.
So the big stuff, the designing, but the kids are going to push those buttons and make it go.
Basically their job has been build it, but also teach what you know to the kids that we have under your charge. So
kind of an educational thing.
Definitely. That's what we're about.
So tell me about the process of doing Beauty and the Beast. How have the students held up? How has rehearsals gone?
It is a beast of a show to do. It really is. I mean, there are so many technical issues to iron out that we've been in our text the last few days now, and it's just really tricky to get all of the moving pieces to get lined up at the same time. And we just got a fog machine, so we're adding fog to the mix. And I was just telling my daughter this morning that fog does not cooperate sometimes.
No, it likes to go where it wants
to go. It goes
to go.
wherever it wants.
It's very rude.
I can't give it direction. So we're having our issues with that, and sound and little gremlins with lights and things like that. But it's been a lot of fun to watch it over the last week and a half kind of blossom and become really something that is coming alive now in front of your eyes. And as I was telling the students last night that, you know, I told one of them, I said, you kind of got me last night, that I started to choke up while I was watching.
You got verklempt.
Yeah.
I was verklempt.
There was a moment where I was like, oh, that's good. And there are plenty of moments like that in this show. It's really well put together.
It's sweet.
Disney knows what they're doing.
They do, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're smart. You know, it's so interesting when you talk to students about being in athletics, and they have these students who go from maybe not knowing what they're doing to really excellent players. Tell me about that journey that you watch, because I think sometimes people don't understand that students get as much from a drama program in stretching themselves as they do in an athletic program. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Oh, definitely. You see a student who enters our theater program as a freshman, you know, really tentative and not quite knowing what to do, and by the time they're a senior, they're incredibly confident. They get on stage, they plant their feet, and they just go for it. And it's remarkable to watch that kind of transformation. In 4 years, those kids really, really transform into quite capable young performers. And they can do amazing, amazing things. So
the confidence levels change.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful to watch.
Tell me a little bit about the production itself. Are we going to see cartoonish characters? How do they kind of change? Because it's a cartoon they're to base this off. So how do they make it into a more realistic stage production?
Well, you know, the basis for the show is that cartoon. So that we're the acting style will be a little heightened, especially LeFou and Cogsworth and Lumiere. Those are very well-known characters. And so they have this kind of heightened style to them. But we've been working on pushing it, and now we've actually added makeup now for tonight's performance, and the Beast will be made up for the first time tonight, so people will get to see that in our rehearsals for the first time with all the lights and everything. It should be a lot of fun to watch. So, and then we've got some voice stuff added for him to make him sound more beastish.
With the sound design.
Yeah, it's really, really neat to listen to.
Well, and you talked about the technical aspects. That's based on, because it's basically magic.
Yeah.
You got to make things look like magic.
The transformation. Look effortless.
Yes, it does. Something that just is magical. How did you decide to tackle some of those issues?
Well, I've got a very talented group of people to work with, and I knew that going into this there would be a lot of challenges, and I was confident that with Doc and my lighting designer, and not to mention all the other music people that are helping me out. I've got Chris Harris, who's been wonderful to work with and has been kind of in charge of the music from the get-go, and Pete Ginther is helping us with the pit this year, and those two are just phenomenal. So I know that with that kind of talent helping my kids, that we can do just about anything. So.
Do you have students in the pit as well?
Yes, yep. The pit's all students, with the exception of Paige Moon, who's helping us on the keyboard a little bit. So.
Good. So when people come to this production, where do they get tickets?
Well, we'll be selling tickets on www.showtix4u.com with number 4, letter U. Okay. And then you can also get tickets at the door 1 hour before the show starts, and in the office during the school day. So.
You were mentioning the prices of the tickets.
Yes, they're $5 for students and $7 for adults, and we do take activity passes, but you've got to come to the door or go to the office at the high school in order to redeem those.
I have to tell you, that sounds like a really good bargain.
Yeah.
For the work, you were telling me that some of the students were up to 10:30 at rehearsing last night?
It's a late night last night. It will be another late night the next 2 nights and the rest of the week. So.
All this work, and yet it sounds like a real bargain for an amazing opportunity to see great theater.
I think the audience will be totally wrapped up in the show and have a great time, and tickets have been really selling fast. So. If you're interested in going to see the show, you should really get your tickets soon and get them online, because the best seats are going really, really fast now. So,
what are the dates?
The dates are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's February 20, 21, 22, and 23. And the Sunday performance is a matinee at 1:30.
Okay.
The other shows are all at 7 p.m.
So you do one weekend.
Yes.
Pack it all in there.
Get it all done, and then we're out. So.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for your time today,
and
I appreciate what you're doing with the students.
Thank you.
So again, give us a quick rundown of where they can get tickets, just so people can get that one more time.
Tickets are www.showtix4, number 4, U, letter U.com, or at the office during the school day, or 1 hour before the show opens.
And what is one reason they have to come see the show? Give us a little, not a spoiler, but a little teaser.
You've got to see the Beast. He is cool looking.
Who plays the Beast?
That's Thomas Donlin.
Okay, and then who plays the Beauty?
Beauty is Maureen Gleason.
Okay, good.
And we've had Danny Hendricks, a former student of mine, come in back and helping us with makeup, and she has done some really cool stuff with his
So she's going to be a delight.
It's really going to be a delight.
Well, thank you for your time today.
Well, thank you so much.
And we will be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
You know how to safely dispose of your expired or unused prescription and non-prescription medications? Not by flushing them down the toilet or putting them in the garbage. Doing so pollutes our rivers, streams, and drinking water supply. Take it to the box instead for safe, secure disposal. It's easy. Bring your unused medications in their original containers to the drop-off locations listed on the screen and drop them in the Take It to the Box drop box. Proper disposal of unwanted medications keeps them out of the hands of children and out of our environment. This is a message from the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson with the Owatonna Business Incubator. We're here to help small businesses start and to grow. We're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Rita Lesniak, and I play Alona Ritter.
And I'm Kara Johnson, and I play Amalia Balish in LTO's current production of She Loves Me, directed by Bev Cashman and sponsored by Wenger Foundation.
Performances of She Loves Me will be held Thursday through Saturday, February 13th, 14th, and 15th at 7:30 p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, February 16th at 2 o'clock.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, February 20th, 21st, and 22nd at 7:30 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764. Don't miss LTO's production of She Loves Me.
And we are back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have with me Doug Johnson. Good morning.
Good morning.
We just saw you not too long ago.
Right, I was in that commercial. My other hat that I wear.
You are. And we're going to talk about a different hat today.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about why you're here.
This is a year I'm chair for the Steele County Board. We rotate every year. So in 5 years, each district's commissioner can be the chair. And now that I've been on the board, this is my 12th year. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of what's going on, and I guess I've kind of taken the theme of telling the story. I think it's important that we help share insight as to all the things that happen in Steele County and people we have involved, our employees, and what they're trying to do. I always joke, we hate to be in the newspaper because it feels like it's bad publicity, yet they tell a lot of good stories about the things that are happening, and things like HIPAA rules and confidentiality don't allow us to tell a lot of the story, but again, I think we can tell enough to people so that they understand how we're helping, how we're doing things in the community, and it's not just a burden on your property taxes.
Well, let's start with commissioners. What is the job of the commissioner?
Well, really, we're kind of like the board of directors. So we oversee the whole operation of the county board. Mm-hmm. So we make the tough decisions about who we employ to some extent. But then the one that everybody remembers is we set the budget and the tax levy
for the county,
and how that fits onto your property taxes.
And how many? I'm going to interrupt you, Alex. I'm so fascinated by this. Tell me, how many employees does Steele County employ?
Wow.
Do you know?
I guess I don't know all of them. I really, the level we work with, we've got like 18 department heads of different departments of people. You know, you go from a veteran service officer to we work with the extension. You got the highway department, human services department. We've got the sheriff, treasurer. You know, the auditor, a number of elected officials, and so it's a wide sweeping deal. We joke that we have people from prenatal care with public health nursing to indigent burial. So we touch people through the whole lives. Yeah. And with a day like today in the snow, that's the one the snowplow went by my house at 7 o'clock right before I started driving in, and I know that the snowplow never gets to people's houses at the time they want them to. And there isn't anything I can do about it. But I just think after the winter we've had and how much we hate this winter, you got to thank the MnDOT drivers, the Steele County drivers, and depending on what cities you're in, whether Owatonna, Blooming Prairie, Medford, or Ellendale, you got to be thankful for the people that clear the streets.
They oftentimes are up at all hours of day and night trying their best to make sure the roads are at passable and safe conditions.
Correct. And on a day like today when this storm hit later, typically we try to get ours out on the road at 5 in the morning to get people so roads are clear for them to drive in. But it was snowing and blowing all through that. Yeah. I mean, I was blowing my driveway out at 5:30 this morning, and I still had an inch. When I drove out, I had another inch of snow sitting in my driveway. So when do you send them out to use their time properly? Because you only have so much in a clock. But the example, and to give you an idea, telling the story is, we talk about lane miles. You know, I have to drive a plow down every lane of road, right? If you have a 4-lane road, 1 mile of 4-lane road is 4 lane miles.
Yes.
So if we line up lane miles, it's the equivalent of driving to Cleveland.
That these drivers are plowing, cleaning,
in
sanding.
Steele County, right. So, I mean, that kind of gives you just a perspective, and that's just Steele County. You know, you add on top of it all the cities and what MnDOT does, but I think they do a great job.
Well, and it's so funny because sometimes we take those plows personally. Like, you are in front of me on purpose.
And they never drive fast enough when you're behind them, right? But you never are going to go around them because you don't know what's out there.
Exactly. It's about the safety, and it's about making life as best as possible with what limited resources we have, giving people the safety that they need.
Correct. Yeah. And you put on top of it, we probably have our sheriff's deputies, and all the cities have their police, but the sheriff's deputies are out making people safe, helping them. my son drove his car into the ditch this morning. And, you know, if they've got to be there making sure that he can get towed out without getting hit, you know, it's not a nice day to be out doing
and I had
anything.
to get gas this morning, and I was whiny. So imagine having to stand out there trying to get somebody out of the ditch. It's a lot more protecting them. It's a very, and I love what you said about cradle basically to the grave. You actually are touching everybody's life in Steele County. With the services that you provide, every person who lives in Steele County has been touched by the board and the people who work with them.
Right, and really, you're giving too much credit to the board, because we just kind of, you know, I think if things are going right, we're thankful. If they're going bad, then you need to call us and let us know, and it's something we should be working on. But the work's being done by the people on the street, and that's what's important.
Now, you talked about telling the story. What are some of the lesser-known services that people may not understand that the Steele County is actually helping them with?
We struggle with how do we help the people, and you know, one of the things is that you know, whether we've got a veteran service officer that's meeting with a retired or an elderly vet, to the public health nursing that is able to maybe do a visit to their home to help them stay healthy in their home, or human services. You know, we had the Steele County Communities for a Lifetime group, and one of the things they looked at was, for the elderly, how do we keep them in their home as long as possible? That's the most efficient way for them to live, is in their home. So, you know, what services can be provided, whether it's through a veteran service officer and working with the veteran service organizations that has a van that drives to the VA just about every day. And then whether it's the public health nursing, maybe doing a site visit to make sure their meds are being taken and they're doing okay. And then human services from the help in the adult services. So, you know, there's an example of, really, I think it's a direction that we've kind of taken and that we want to support, is keeping our elderly in their homes as long as possible. It's the most, cost-effective way.
And is less expensive, and there's just so many great benefits to keeping somebody in the home as long as they can.
Right, and so there's one, and then, you know, from the human services, whether child protection or all of the concerns, working with them. We have mental health collaborative that works with the school in having counselors to assist students that need assistance, and that's with the county, South Central Human Relations Center, and then all of the school districts. So it's a nice collaboration. And we have joint powers boards where we work with other counties. I mentioned to you, I get to be the chair of the Southeast EMS Joint Powers Board, and that oversees all of the volunteer ambulances and hospitals, emergency room care, so that from a time someone has a trauma or needs emergency care, medical condition, till they're in the ER, we help support that services.
Because oftentimes those go cross county lines, depending on what they need and that kind of thing. So it's important to help support all of those.
Right. Well, we forget about the volunteers that we have. You know, we just saw a presentation out of Preston, but I think it's any of our communities. I know Ellendale and Blooming Prairie have volunteer ambulances, and they use an average $22.50 for hour of service. And for Preston, it was about $500,000 is what the volunteers have basically given to the community.
Wow.
And I think those numbers are extremely conservative. And I got to believe Blooming Prairie and Ellendale have the same kind of numbers that their volunteer services are providing to their community. So, you know, you just think of those things and you just shake your head about those are happening without anybody really having to make them, but we just kind of have to guide them and help stay supporting. And again, there's another one of the stories you just want to tell of thanking those people, because who knows, they maybe went out in the middle of the night and helped somebody who was having a medical condition, and that's a tough event.
It's such an important thing. We are almost out of time. It went so fast, didn't it? What I want to know, though, is how can people find out what services are available to them? How can they do that?
Boy, you know, you start at the County Admin Center. Is probably the best way. The Human Services Group or whatever, again, helping us tell the story would be helpful. If they've had a positive event, tell people. Yeah. And we just, again, I'm honored to serve as a county commissioner. To think that somebody cared enough to vote for me is always humbling. And to know all the people we've got working to provide the services and take care of our county, we got a great county.
We do.
And it's important to keep it that way.
Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Can't wait to see you again.
All right.
Maybe next week. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, Warren Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
And it's time for a quick look at our community service announcements. First of all, we would like to welcome back the Steele County Food Shelf as a supporter to the show. We love having you as a part of our family. Thank you so much for that. The Owatonna Eagles would like to thank everyone that participated in the 52nd annual cancer auction by donating and purchasing items. The preliminary auction total was over $26,000. All of the funds stay in Minnesota to fight cancer, and that was an extraordinary, way more than they expected. So thank you to everyone who helped with that event. Owatonna Foundation Traditional Scholarships. The technical major at a technical community college is eligible. If you would like to get this scholarship, you need to be a June 2014 high school graduate from the Owatonna High School, El Shaddai Private School, or Owatonna Christian School. The awards are $500 to $3,000. The deadline is April 10th. If you'd like more information, please contact Jill Holmes. She's at 455-3059. The local Owatonna in Support of Alzheimer's group has a limited number of scholarships available for people wishing to attend the Meeting of the Minds Dementia Conference in 2014. This year's conference will be Saturday, March 1st from 7:45 to 4:30 at the River Center in St. Paul. To be considered for a scholarship, contact the Deb Gillard by February 5th at 507-676-0411. And the Steele County Historical Society will host an educational meeting for their volunteers, members, and guests on Tuesday, February 18th at 1:30 and 6 in the Lang Theater in continuation of a monthly series about the village of yesteryear. This month's presentation will be presented by Jerry Ganfield and will feature the Saco Church and District 14 Schoolhouse along with other rural school information. To learn more, contact the Steele County Historical Society office at 451-1420 and ask for Dottie. And awareness and emergency preparedness for acts of violence in the workplace is Steele County Safety Council's next meeting called Teaming Up for Safety. This is Wednesday, February 19th at the Elks Club, and it starts at 11:30 for lunch, and the presentation is at noon, and you can contact the Steele County Safety Council for more information. Thanks so much for joining us today. We are looking forward to what's going on Wednesday. We're going to be speaking with Tim Penny as he talks to us about the Southeast Minnesota Initiative Fund, and we're going to talk about From the Heart Marathon. So we will see you on Wednesday.